Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, One Book or Novel at a Time. Thank you for tuning in. Special treat. I'm reading some tales from the book Ghost of the Rio Grande Valley by David Bowles. Its illustrations were created by Jose Meléndez. And today I'm ready to read to you an amazing, tragic, and ghostly story about a beautiful woman with the name of the Lady in Red. This tale occurred at the Laborde House in Rio Grande City. Do you think it's true? Well, I recommend you go and check out and visit Laborde House, and they have 7 rooms, and each room has its own story. With that, I will continue with the story, The Woman in Red. The legend. Employees of the Stark County Historical Foundation and others who work in the Laborde House are the first to nod at reports of the paranormal. They themselves have seen apparitions, heard footsteps, and even being physically touched by what seemed to be human spirits. And of course, they have fielded multiple calls from visitors confronted with the supernatural elements of the hotel. Different rooms and areas of Laborde House evince hauntings by distinct beings, all tied to their site by some tragedy that befell them there. A mere mention of the Red Room sends chills down local spines. Even elementary students in the community know about those carmine quarters. When Fort Ringo was still open, the soldiers stationed there often sought surcease and satisfaction in the arms of an elegant escort known to all, the Lady in Red. Smelling sweetly of roses, a lovely crimson gown clinging to her welcoming curves, the Lady in Red would sit in the courtyard of Laborde House on certain evenings, waiting for a lonely soldier to approach and accompany her to her preferred room. A sumptuous spread done up in scarlet and vermilion. As fate would have it, the Lady in Red found herself falling in love with a young lieutenant who had recently been posted to the fort. The weeks progressed, and she stopped taking customers, desiring only to spend every moment she could in the company of her beau. "We'll marry," he whispered to her one night as they stared out over the river. "I'll take you away from here, far away, to where no one knows who you are or what you've done." "Nothing matters to me," she sighed in response, "except being with you. Whenever you wish, however you desire." Oh, but the lieutenant was a liar. A fiancé awaited him back home, and he had no intention of taking his new lover anywhere at all. One week, he did not show up for their scheduled tryst. Desperate and afraid, the Lady in Red traveled to Fort Ringo to inquire about his health and whereabouts. "The lieutenant has shipped out," she was told. "His wedding is next week." The news broke her. Closed up in her red room, the spurned and deceived woman let despair gradually worm its way into her heart. One morning, the sun glittering blood red in the eastern sky, the Lady in Red stood on the railing of her balcony, tears streaming down her rouged red cheeks. and jumped to the street below. Now, nearly a century after her death, some of those who stay in her room claim they have heard her footsteps in the rooms. Not stalking, but keeping eternal vigil. Others have seen that sad face peering out of them from the bathroom mirror. She gives a wistful smile, and the room is filled with the poignant scent of roses. What a tragic love story. This tale occurred at the Laborde House in Rio Grande City. Once again, check them out, visit them. They have 7 rooms, and each room has its own story. Check out the book, Ghost in the Rio Grande Valley by David Bowles. Thank you, Mr. Bowles, for allowing me to read this story and bring it to life. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in to one book or novel at a time. You were amazing today. Have a spectacular day.